no essence on my chest, but all these diamonds got me blessed. Usually I don't do this. Dumb it down, go stupid. Since 17, been counting M's, my bank accounts on Goofy. Say, gave up. Now who know what the truth is? Chicago full of, my garage is full of hoopers. Got that southern drawl and all that. My like ball bags. The South got something to say, and all y'all can't get y'all ball back. If I ain't a hot boy, then what do you call sacks? Daddy fat, y'all never ball back. Like clocks in the wintertime.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. We've got two teams here looking to find a way to win. It's the Bears coming in at 8-6, going up against the Packers, who come in at 9-5.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll come out throwing here on first down. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Caught here by Bell. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting through, and he's got space. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, the 20. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that. First drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out, because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Second down now after the pass completion.
Come on, let's go. Check 26, check 26.
He'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down.
Let's go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Bell. 15 yards through the air and a first down. They go play action here on first down. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Bell. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. Shift together here from the D-line. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
Here we go.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be knocked down sideways. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles. right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
4 yards remaining now on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
From the 4-yard line, it's first and goal now. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Play fake here on first down. Steps away. Wide open receiver complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
Play clock winding down. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Here we go.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
No. Check. Patriot. Gone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Here we go. Watching that body.
A first down carry now for Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now a handoff as they run left side. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's looking deep for Bell. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. So 2nd and 10 here. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll look to throw here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs.
Here we go. Man 38. Flex round. Flex round.
On play action, they'll throw. He sets to fire deep. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Fielded just inside the 20. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go. And got his man. Complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 41 yards. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here to his running back. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. 2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. To throw. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
All right, here we go. Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, like a 56.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. To throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Watching that, Marty. Philly, here we go. Gone.
Adams, the man in motion right. Adams, the man in motion left. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. You have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
And his kick here is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Back to throw. Now he's flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off at the 49. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Let's go.
Now a handoff looking right. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The Packers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back, right at the line of scrimmage.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
And his kick is good. And that will do. Happy holidays, Larry. Your gift. Take the halftime show off, partner. We got some football to get to. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Packers get set to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Second half begins with a run from Miller. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Again, it's Miller. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
The Packers on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. The toss play to Montgomery. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 22. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Back to throw here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Come on, let's go!
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Pushing his way inside the 40. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They're going to look to throw. His throw caught. What about the 5? And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some 1st downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over. He's got a man complete. That goes for a gain of 31. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him. And he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Let's go!
after the penalty. It's Miller. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This will be taken at the 10. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary.
Let's go! Flex round! Flex round!
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's Njoku over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Now back to throw. Flushed out right. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Here we go! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now he's forced out right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Here we go! Ohio! Let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll set up a throw. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A near turnover, but the offense recovers it. Now they'll try to regroup on second.
Here we go. Man 38. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Flex round. Let's go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Man 38. Flex round. Flex round.
He'll drop to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And from the 9-yard line now, it's 1st and goal.
Come on, let's go.
They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Second and goal to go now. And escapes the sack. And fights through one man. Now he'll escape to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Come on, Ohio. Ohio.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Njoku, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. So very late in the game here, but with that score, some light at the end of the tunnel.
There's still hope. Now they look at the score and say, hold on a second. This thing's not over yet. Let's keep battling.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he's got some space here. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance.
Here we go now. Blue line. Watch it now, Marty. No. Check, Patriots. No. Check, Patriots. Big 99 Philly. Here we go.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Being chased out left. And he's got room. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. And again this time to the tailback. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice.
Now let's go. 3-19. All right, now look at 56. Look at 56. No. Check. Patriot. No.
And now here's a carry heading left. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. The play clock's running down, and he'll give it here to his running back. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Here we go. 3-19.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So the penalty by the offense, and now they face a 1st and 15.
Now let's go. No. Check. Patriot. Watch it now, Barney.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Ty Montgomery, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
A handoff as they run the counter play. He finds an opening past the 40. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And bulldozing his way through. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they move the chains. They run the counter now on 1st down. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now running right through him. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Oh, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Green Bay, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Bears, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.